Close my weary eyes under choking clouds of ash and darkest dust. The silver kiss of sleep is lost. I can feel these broken clouds begin to rust. But when the end finally comes, I won't despair. I'll just keep on hoping I might see you there. Try to keep a blank page, but these memories, they flood my mind with grief. Faces lost forever, and the guilt of feeling some kind of relief. But when the end finally comes, I won't despair. I'll just keep on hoping I might see you there. Maria, 10 long years I can see your ghost. 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 And as this swollen, twisted metal falls, I can hear the demons tearing down the walls. In the face of so much hate and cruelty, in my mind's eye, my angel's all I see. But when the end finally comes, I won't despair. I'll just keep on hoping I might see you there. Maria, ten long years I can see your ghost. 10 long years I can see your ghost. 10 long years I can see your ghost. 10 long
Welcome, race fans from around the globe. Here they come, out of turn 4, to the white flag, and it's 1 to go. Welcome back, race fans. You are watching 1 to Go Studios as we present coverage of the 2021 Spring Summer Lightspeed Racing League Wilder Graphics Cup Series presented by Gridfinder, Wilder Graphics, The Butt Kicker, SimSpeed Shops, and Track Time Entertainment. Tonight we bring you coverage of Round 10 live from the Richmond Raceway in Richmond, Virginia. I'm Harold Darner for 1 to Go Studios. Thanks for joining us tonight at the night track racing here at Richmond Raceway. We're getting underway. Qualification, 5 minutes, 2 laps to set the field, and then we're going to hit to the track for 167 laps here at this 3/4 mile under the lights here in Richmond, Virginia. First guy out right now is Jimmy Weaver, putting up the fastest time currently. And we'll try to get to these guys as they get out on the raceway. Aaron Hearn there is needed to get a backup car. Anthony Giuliano in the Sweatless 17. He's going to put himself on the lead on the board here for qualifying. David Dunway putting like a 21.927, putting him in the 5th position. Weaver sitting on the top still. Seth Ryder coming around to put up his first lap. $21,866 puts him in the 7th position. Michael Cooper putting up a 21,616. The driver on top right now. That 12 car. Andy Brigani coming out onto the raceway here. About a minute to go. Let's listen to our presenting sponsor, Wilder Graphics. If you're looking for a new paint scheme, check them out on Facebook. Take a ride on the wild side. All right, back at it here, looking for the end of qualification. And we are done with qualifying. Gonna get to the put a cap on that driver. And Michael Cooper, the number 12 car. Our pole award to Mike Cooper, 21,616. Put a cap on that pole award by Sweatless. And then we'll get to the grid now. Here's your starting grid The Wilder Graphics 167 presented by Grid Finder. Find your place on the grid. Mike Cooper inside row 1. Outside him is Seth Ryder in a 152. Dylan Gomez and Jimmy Weaver in row 2. Row 3, sorry. And 5th is Adam O'Brien and Landon Quisenberry. Aaron Hearn and Adam Brady in row 4. Row 5, David Dunwoody and Michael Jeans. Row 6, Christian Converse and Jeff Converse. Row 7, Anthony Giuliano and Leonard Frost. Row 8, Andy Brigani in the number 13. Here at Richmond Raceway, Richmond, Virginia. We've got ready to start the Wilder Graphics 171. Lights are off on the pace car, so we will get off and starting. The first lap is presented by Sim Speed Shop. They specialize in custom sim racing hardware. Sim Speed Shop manufacturing sim racing hardware, utilizing the best components available, as well as mixing in real-life components when available. Customize your hardware and rate today. Visit www.simspeedshop.com today. Presenting the first lap is, we're going to go one more. Well, we had the lights out, but we're going to go one more. And then we'll go green flag racing. Cooper and Ryder are going to lead us that first row to the green flag as we come out of turn 4. We should be seeing the safety car getting off the track with that hard left-hander. And set up for 167 laps for tonight. We'll have 2 competition cautions. As soon as I get the information, I will pass it on. Generally about 25-30 laps in. So we'll have competition yellow. There'll be 2 of those. All right, getting ready. The green is in the air. Flag man drops. 12 in the 11 car side by side. 11 is being scored as the 152 on your screen. It's Seth Ryder. He's on the outside at number 12. At 12 trying to take the inside line and get her back around as Seth Ryder leads us to the first lap. And he will be the leader of lap number 1. The 12 and the 11 continuing to fight here. Ryder and Cooper. The race leader is Ryder, the 152 ride. You get to see what it is like on the board. The 152 here is Seth Ryder. Sweatless onboard camera as you see him there in the screen as well as his avatar. One of the drivers that doesn't race in VR, so it'd be interesting to maybe talk to him after the race. Currently in the first position, holding down that spot by about 3/10 over the rest of the guys. There's your sweatless onboard camera. Adam O'Brien putting up the fastest time in the 775, 21.499. 14 cars on the track for the 167 laps. Working lap number 6 here. Adam O'Brien, the 775. Landon Quisenberry we're on board with, sitting on that roll bar as you watching him currently in the 5th spot. You see the top 4 drivers out there. Quite a bit of a distance between him and that JP Hot Chickens ride. You see that 08 of Mike Jeans rolling up. He's last week's winner from Iowa. Swept them before the special race at Bristol. He's doing pretty good in the Xfinity race and had to disconnect from the service. but he was in the, I believe, second spot at that point when the caution came out and he disconnected. You see here the 75 and the 08 continuing to fight back here for the 5th spot. And we're working lap number 8 here. Mike Jeans making that work in that high line, and Landon Quisenberry just running that low line right along the yellow line all the way around the racetrack. It's like Jeans might have got him on that lap. Yeah, 27 of Dylan Gones coming up into the picture here in the 7th spot. We're running the roll bar of Mike Jeans here. And that 08, that flag up on top there, as he's now into the 5th spot. Dylan Gones has got that outside line working over the 75, a teammate there, and Landon. And their Wilder graphics. So Landon back to 7th early and 12 laps in here. Dylan up to 6th. Field is pretty spread out so far. About 3/10 between everyone. So it's about 3 car lengths all the way back, single file. Working lap 13. Not a lot of things going on the racetrack. We're trying to catch you up on what's happening and where. These seem to be the tightest races right here about the middle of the pack. The 77 of Adam Brady moving up now on Landon Quisenberry. 775 of Adam O'Brien up to the 3rd spot as he's starting to wheel in the leaders at 12 and the 11 car. He's tracking it right that middle line off to the high side. So it's getting awful crowded up in that top spot. 12 and 11 taking the low line to 775. Looking where you're making it high and wide. Looking like they're going to kind of like they're diamond in the corners. There's the 75. Doesn't go quite down to the yellow. Kind of sitting about a lane off of the apron there. And he dives in on that corner. Lap 16 with 3 cars looking for that first place position. This little bit of side-by-sides allowed Jimmy Weaver to kind of catch up in this position. That 775 looks like he's the closest thing to that 12 now. They're about a car length between the top 3 drivers. All right, if you joined us on any of the One to Go Studios channels, just give us a quick shout out. Let me know who you're rooting for. And if you're over there in Lightspeed Racing League's Facebook, do the same thing. So they like to make this interactive here under the lights at Richmond. The more comments I get, I talk to you guys, and maybe we'll see some other things going on in the race right now. But 18 laps down to the 167. Working lap number 19. So we should be at a competition caution around between 25 and 30 laps in. We'll have 2 of those, and then we'll finish the second half with only iRacing flags. And tonight, as I said, the Grid Finder was sponsoring the grid for tonight. Find your place on the grid. Grid Finder is home of online racing communities. Browse hundreds of leagues racing on all gaming platforms across every racing sim every day of the week across the globe. Browse through over 1,000 leagues racing on iRacing, Assetto Corsa, ACC, and R Factor 2, F1 2020, and more. Looking for a commentator or streamer for your racing broadcast? or a designer for your next livery, Grid Finder has all this talent in one place. Do you run a sim racing league? Make sure you upload your community to Grid Finder so that more like-minded sim racers can find you. It's quick, easy, and best of all, free. Grid Finder, find your place on the grid. Sweatless features a line of products like no other in the athletic industry. Dry technology has solved the problem of sweat, odor, bacteria, and stains. Train more, sweat less. They put a cap on that pole award. They sent a ball cap out to the top driver, which was Michael Cooper. So we'll go to them at our first caution break. That they sent with a black ball cap with the Sweatless logo on it. We had a few drivers already have those. As soon as I get those pictures, I will put them up here so you can see our drivers sporting those things. So right now we got Ryder, Cooper, O'Brien, and Jeans with Weaver, all top 5 of the 14 drivers currently on the racetrack. You see Mike Jean right there, about 1.7 seconds behind race leader Ryder. He's pulled almost a second away from Cooper as he's under attack by Adam O'Brien. See Ryder moving up to the fourth, as in the 4th spot with Weaver in the 5th spot. As we see the 775 and the 12 fighting over 12th position, and the 08 all the way upside the wall, and that's our caution. I believe that will be our competition yellow. That will be the first competition yellow. So let's hear from Sweatless, our pole award sponsor. All right, pit lane awful busy right now. It looks like everybody came down. So we'll see who gets off of pit lane first. Michael Cooper and Ryder, those both the top 2 drivers that let us off, and they're the top 2 drivers right now. The 3rd spot was Adam O'Brien. There's the 08 of Mike Jeans coming out of the pit. Looks like he might have only taken 2 tires at the 9.3 second stint in the box. Everybody else about 13.8 to 14.7. So I would think Mike took 2 tires to get the track position, and we'll have another competition caution at lap 55. Mike Jeans assumes the lead after pit stops under our first caution. Mike Jeans won our Iowa race, was our last points race 2 weeks ago. He swept the Iowa races, both of them, with the Xfinity car and the Cup cars. All right, getting ready to go back to green flag racing. as the lights are off on the pace car. Zero 08 takes us to the green flag. We're back under 30 laps down. The 167, under 25 laps. We'll back under caution for the last competition caution. The 08 off to a good start there, leading this thing. Dylan there in the 5th spot. And Jimmy Weaver. Cooper on the inside of Ryder. Those were the top 2 drivers at the end of the first set for caution for competition yellow. They're back fighting side by side, which is allowing Mike Jeans to take off. About 3/10 ahead of Ryder and Cooper. So far, everybody running really clean. Incident points are 0 across the board. You've seen the 12 moving back to the 3rd spot. He's under attack by Weaver, so he's moving back to the 4th. Dylan Gona is now looking to size him up. On the outside, whoa, looks like he saw his own contact there between the 12 and the 27. Caution is out. Ooh. Ouch. We'll need to go back through that. We basically saw exactly what happened there to the 12 of Mike Hooper. We can go ahead and back it up one lap here in the chopper view. You see him working with Weaver, and then Dylan Gomez looks to his outside, up against the wall. He goes up, dives on the inside as the 12 was coming down, and then Aaron Hearn right on into him. Well, Mike Jeans, race leader here. So under the second caution, the first actual caution. Lap 36 of 167 here. The lights are still out on the pace on the pace car. Hearn and Cooper both in that, as well as Dylan Gomez in the 27. Cooper on pit road currently trying to repair that ride. It's like a pretty heavy hit. 27 sent back to the end of the line. Contact with the number 12 car. A new driver in the top 5. It's David Dunwoody there in the Big Jim's Cookie Black Magic ride. And outside of him is Adam Brady. Looks like the lights should be coming out this time. We're coming off turn 1 and 2 here. Lights are out, so we should get ready to go right back at it here. And Mike Cooper has disconnected officially. Race, a pretty beat up race car. Mike Jeans bringing us to the green here. Wow, Jimmy Weaver and Andy Woody there. A little bit of contact between the two of them. 0-8 off to a good start over Ryder. Landon Quisenberry up to the 4th spot behind Jimmy Weaver. Single file back to Converse and Frost. We're working lap 40 of 167. Second competition caution should be coming out at lap 55. Single file is it through the top 5 here. Converse right in the behind Adam Brady. See Mike Jeans pushing it a little further out for these guys. Dunwoody and Brady and Adam O'Brien now up there to the 6th spot. On board Adam Brady behind Dunwoody, 46 Camaro. And Adam O'Brien in the 775 looks to the inside of the 77. But he'll make that pass pretty easily. Slides up in front of the 77. Now Converse on the inside of the 77. Dylan Gona is sliding his car, able to keep it going straight with Anthony Giuliano right there with him. So 77 has some right rear damage, some left damage there as well. You got Leonard Frost right behind him. That could be causing him to go slower here. Don't see any incidents on the driver, so probably some contact with the wall. Doesn't take much to bend up the sheet metal. We're on board with the 11. You can see that damage left front and right front and right rear of the 77. Is the Frost looking to get around him with Converse and Giuliano in tow. Frost looking to go on the inside of the 77. They're going to be side by side coming across the stripe. Adam Brady has slight advantage. Got Converse and Giuliano catching up to the back of these guys as they continue to fight. Currently for the 7th spot. As it's Converse, Jeff Converse, looking to pass the 11 of Frost on the high line, with Anthony Giuliano running that mid to high line as well. Jeff Converse looking to roll around the 77. Not quite able to make it there. So from 7th to 11th, pretty much all under a blanket here. Tightest racing going on. That's why we're sitting here. Dylan Gomez going underneath the 17 and the 11. $53 laps of 167. There's a couple more, and we'll throw our second competition caution. We have a little over 100 laps, but 110 laps to go once we get back from the competition caution. James leading rider. We should be coming to their competition caution. You see the flag man throwing out the caution flag. Let's hear from our other presenting sponsor, the Butt Kicker.
Butt Kicker. Feel what you've been missing. Get yours today at www.thebuttkicker.com and be sure to use promo code LSRL for 20% off.
Be sure to use that code LSRL at checkout. Saves yourself a little bit of dough here. Pit lane busy here at the second competition caution. Jeff Converse, the only driver to stay out, as we see the 11 and the number 8 of Jimmy Weaver, the first two out of the pit lane. 14-1 for Jimmy Weaver and a 14-2 for Ryder. As now Jeff Converse comes down. Just wanted to get some bonus points for leading a lap. 13 cars still running on the lead lap as we're running 57 laps down. So 110 laps remaining in tonight's main event here at Richmond Raceway for the Wilder Graphics 167 under the lights at Richmond. Check out our schedule. Here we are as we hit Richmond. Dover next week for week number 11, followed by Kansas, and the Glen will be the first left-right turner for these guys. Well, actually, no, it'll be the second one. We had Daytona Road earlier, but the Glen will be the second one. Then Talladega, Charlotte, Nashville, and New Hampshire. That is the Wilder Graphics schedule for the remainder of the season. These guys are getting ready to go back to Green Flag Racing. That number 11, 152 is his assigned number in this series. I basically brought over a paint scheme from another league. We're back under green flag as we're on top of the 775. Here into turn number 1. O'Brien up to the third spot. 107 laps remaining in the event. Ryder, your leader, followed by that 808 of Jeans, and then O'Brien, the 775. Quisenberry in the 75 up to the 4th spot. Talk about the point situation. As of right now, Leonard Frost leading the way, followed by Landon Quisenberry, Derek Garrison, Cameron Hearn, and Andy Briganti, who's tied with Ira Kohlhaas. He's not here. And Joe Causey and Dylan Gomez are tied in 7th. And Jeff Converse and Christian Converse are 9th and 10th. As we're seeing, that's the 2nd place driver of Quisenberry, being followed by Dylan Gomez. So 46, that's the Big Jim Cookie Black Magic Machine of David Dunwoody. Followed by the Sweatless car, number 17, Anthony Giuliano. And Leonard Frost, that's our points leader, and that number 11. If you're just joining us, give us a shout out in any of the social medias that you're watching on. I'd like to help you get your driver up to the front. Let me know who you're rooting for here for this 160 lap race at Richmond. Giuliano and Dunwoody side by side for 6th, as we see Jimmy Weaver diving underneath Dunwoody. Whoa! Yeah, I slide there. No caution. Man, is that a slide there. Looks like we had some issues up front as well between Seth Ryder and Adam O'Brien and Mike Jeans. Yeah, all 3 of these drivers all together. Just see some mashed up cars here at Richmond tonight. 25 and the 27 are caught up to the back of these guys. Adam O'Brien on the inside of Ryder now, as now Mike Jeans back to the front. $70 laps of 167 down. We're approaching halfway for tonight's race. Aaron Hearn has put it away in the trailer, so 12 drivers on the lead lap and in the race so far. Adam O'Brien moving up to the 2nd spot behind the 08 of Mike Jeans. He has significant damage on the front nose of that car. There's the front 5. We're on board here with the 4th place, now to the 3rd place of Ryder. You see that the back of Jean's car is crinkled up some. Ryder looking to get on the inside of the 775. So 775 continuing to lead over the 152 of Ryder. And that office pad showing on your screen is the 11. In scoring, he's the 152. Looks like Dylan looking to go underneath the 75 of Landon Quisenberry. He gets around a slide job up in front of him. Adam O'Brien sliding his car off of turn number 4. But the 775 getting loose off the corners here. The 27 and is now moving up onto the back of the 152. On board with Dilly here. Dylan Gomez looking for a way around the 775 and the 152 as they're side by side. 27 definitely had a run, was not able to do anything with it. As now Quisenberry and Giuliano are coming to the party. On the inside of the 775, the 27 really trying to squeeze between the two, is not going to be able to do that. 11 sliding a little high off that corner. And Dylan Gomez to lift a little. He's trying to get behind that 775 to get around the 11, or the 152 rather. Quisenberry looking to get back around up towards the top 5. He's in the top 5 right now, actually. O'Brien in the second spot, under attack by Gomez. Dylan Gomez on the inside line. 75 on the mid to high line, and they're really close to one another. Looks like Adam pitching this 27 down low, but 27 a little bit easier time getting that car around. Is going to be able to clear the 775 and take over the second spot. Ooh, a little contact there between the 27 and the 775. .27 not quite down low enough there, and they made contact. And then Quisenberry now looking to get around Ryder. You see Adam O'Brien back to the 5th spot. Under attack now from Anthony Giuliano. Top of Landon Quisenberry. Right. Giuliano able to get around Adam O'Brien. O'Brien's going to definitely be wanting some time to get down to pit lane to do some repairs on that car. But Mike Jeans is leading over Gomez by 1.2 seconds. He's right behind him. Quisenberry in the 4th spot. Trying to pick up a couple more here. Working lap number 86. Well, just past halfway for the LSRL Wilder Graphics 167 here at Richmond Raceway. Mike Jeans having a commanding 1.2 second lead over Dylan Gones, who has Ryder and Quisenberry and Giuliano behind him. Working lap number 89 of the 167 for tonight. 78 laps remaining in the event. Last laps are about just under 23 seconds. Just shy. Oh, there's a 775 sliding the car. Keeps it going straight. I think he might have was trying to go down pit lane. He's going to bring it around. No caution out, but he did slide that car quite a bit. And he's all the way back in the 11th, and you can see the amount of damage on the front of his car. We're back with Seth Ryder on top of his hood there in the 3rd position. Leader now enjoying a 1.7. Ooh, round goes to 775. He's going to get the car going straight, no caution. He's having a hard time keeping that car going. A lot of downforce issues, I'm sure. That car with all that damage on that front. And those tires are definitely hurting. And leader Mike Jeans by 1.6 seconds now. We're ticking up 94 laps here. Once the leaders have caught up to Adam O'Brien, who's taking it down the pit lane. So Adam on pit lane. Oh, and he spins in pits. He is going to tow that car. And he has put it away. Tough night for the 775 Adam O'Brien. So there was some contact between the top 3, which he was part of. Between Ryder, Jeans, and Adam O'Brien. See if we might be able to figure out what that all was a little later. I'll go ahead and see if I can go back to it here on lap 67. It was lap 67. What the scoreboard was telling me where the contact was made. Here's the 11, the 08, and the 775. The 3 of them entering the corner. We're looking at a replay here. Ooh, the 11 and the 08 making contact, and the 775 getting involved in the mix there, but they stayed green. That's where the contact was made for the 08 for his crinkled up car. Gones was able to get up to the 2nd spot. Taking that back from Ryder as we're finishing lap 100 of the 167 laps for tonight. "67 laps remain. Driver's been out for 44 laps. About 10 laps are trying to split the distance. Might start seeing some guys come down for green flag pit stops. So 11 drivers remain in the event here, with O'Brien, Hearn, and Cooper all putting their cars back up on the trailer, getting ready for Dover next week. All right, running through the field here. Mike Jeans, your leader in the 08 offer pad. Dylan Gona is Lamb of God. He's in that 27 in the second spot. Ryder being scored in the 152, showing on that 11 ESC offer pad. He's in third. And in Quisenberry in the Wilder Graphics, JP's Hot Chicken is in the fourth position. He's the second place in your points lead. So that last 17 is Anthony Giuliano. Jimmy Weaver going in that sixth spot in the number 8 pit car. Leonard Frost in the 7th position. Jeff Converse in 8th in the 96. Andy Regani in the 13 Lamborghini, currently in the 9th position. David Dunwoody in the Black Magic Big Jim Cookie 46 ride is in the 10th position. Adam Brady in the 77 is in 11th. And those are the only cars remaining on the track. Brian, Hearn, and Cooper have retired for the night. That's your run through your field for tonight. $60 laps remain. You guys have been out there 51 laps on those tires. Start seeing some of these guys make the call to come in the pit lane. And Quisenberry currently in that 4th position. The closest two drivers are Quisenberry and Giuliano. Seeing the 17 there behind the 75. The top 5 drivers right now. About 55 laps remaining, so these guys are about halfway through this stint. See if these guys start coming down for pits for fuel and tires. They're putting down 23-second laps now, so they have slowed quite a bit, almost 2 seconds slower based on tires. White Jeans continues to lead this. They are blimp here. How spread out the field is, almost the whole track now. Atlantic Quisenberry back to the 5th spot. Slowing way down, he's on pit lane. So first person down pit lane is Landon Quisenberry in the number 75. It's about splitting the distance here. 60 laps on his tires. He'll come back out with 50 laps remaining. We're looking at Jeff Converse here, who's moved into the 7th position behind Leonard Frost. It's like Seth Ryder now down pit lane. No, green flag pit stops has begun. Dylan Gona is now on pit lane, as well as Anthony Giuliano and Jimmy Weaver. And Quisenberry come back out on the racetrack. There's Ryder and Andy Brigani. The Converse on pit lane. So top 4, Jeans, Frost, Brigani, and Brady have yet to pit. As the caution flag flies. So Jeans, Frost, Brady, and Briganti will benefit from the yellow flag coming out, not having to risk going down a lap. See if we can check this out here. That was Andy Briganti, actually. All right, back to the front here. Jeans on pit lane. Adam Brady, Leonard Frost. Andy Brigani stays out. He's trying to stay on the lead lap here, possibly. Now he comes down pit lane here. So Mike Jeans is your leader, back behind the 46. So everybody in front of him will get waved around the pace car. Get back on the lead lap. So everybody should be on the lead lap. Possibly Brigani and Converse maybe down a lap. But I'm showing on scoring. We'll see as they actually take the green flag and let everything kind of work itself out here. David Dunwoody gonna come down pit lane. Maybe get some repair work done on that car. That's gonna put him down a lap though. The 08 and the 77. Gomez and Frost. I believe those are the top 4 that are lined up properly. Everybody else back to Jimmy Weaver are going to get the wave around here with 1 to go. So it'll be about 40 laps remaining when we get back to green flag running. 1 to go here, so everybody's going to get that wave around the pace car. All right, the 08 race leader. So down the lap is Dunwoody, Bergani, and Jeff Converse, with Dunwoody being the first car down the lap in the lucky dog position. 40 laps remaining. Dunwoody in the down a lap, but up to the 3rd spot on the track, or 4th spot on the track so far. Gunnar Frost has moved up to 2nd with Adam Brady in the 3rd position. Dylan Gomez in 4th, and at 152 in the 5th spot. "37 laps remaining. Dean's out to a 7/10 lead over Leonard Frost. We're watching Ryder. Thirty-five laps remaining tonight. Guys are back to the 21, high 21s with the new tires. Everybody should be able to go to the distance now. Leader Mike Jeans out to a second lead over Leonard Frost. About 4/10 back to Brady. Almost a second behind Brady to Gomez. And a second and a half back to Ryder. The field is pretty spread out. Look at 11 sliding into the inside. Caution out. Seth Ryder, that number 11 card and 152 on your score, comes off the corner, off 1 and 2. There's a car around, slides it into the inside retaining wall, takes the toe back. So pit stops have started under caution here. Have about 30 laps remaining. That should give the wave around to Dunwoody. As he's there in the 8th position, puts him back on the lead lap. Regani and Converse still a lap down. Jimmy Weaver, Dylan Gomez, Brady, Quisenberry, Giuliano, and Jeff Converse all getting new tires. Mike Jeans, Leonard Frost, David Dunwoody, and Andy Brigante have not pitted. And soon Dunwoody would pit, as he has to go back to the end of the line here, as he just got the free pass. So 25 laps will be remaining when we get back to green flag racing. Seth Ryder puts the car on the trailer, so we're down 4 drivers, so 10 drivers still left on the racetrack, 8 on the lead lap. Regani down in the pit lane now. There are 4 sets of tires set in the pits tonight. Drivers could have utilized. Some drivers might have already used all of their pit stops. Looks like Frost, Weaver, Gomez, Brady, Quisenberry, Giuliano, Converse, Brigante all pitted 4 times. If they took tires there without any more tires, and we still have 26 laps remaining. As the lights are off on the pace car, we're getting ready to go back to green flag racing. So Mike Jean and David Dunwoody may be waiting on those tires for maybe a late race caution flag to come out. Dunwoody in the back here. But 9 cars currently on the racetrack. Converse and Brigante both down a lap here. Right, 3 wide going through turn number 1 and 2 here. You can see the race leader. Dylan Gona is there, sliding in front of the number 11. Still going green flag racing here, though. Caution is not out. So Leonard Frost all the way back to the back there in that contact. So Jeans, Weaver, Brady, and Quisenberry, Giuliano, the top 5. Jimmy Weaver looking to go underneath, and he slides it and ends up, instead of taking this top spot, goes back to 4th as Landon Quisenberry takes advantage up to the high side and on the backstretch into 3rd, with Weaver right behind him now. And Giuliano looking to get around the number 8 of Weaver. And we now have the 77 looking to try to take away the top spot from Mike Jeans in the number 08 car. Top 5 all within a few lengths of each other. 17 right on the back deck of the number 8 of Jimmy Weaver. Car gets a little bit free or tight in the middle of the corner. Looks freed up at the end there for the 17 of Giuliano. On here with the roll bar of Weaver, and see what he's looking to try to find a spot underneath the 75. He's going up to the high side as the 75 is looking to go under the 77. Thinks twice about it, goes up as there's contact between the 75 and the number 8 car, and not showing any yellow flags just yet as Jimmy Weaver gets that car going back straight. We're still under green flag racing. Weaver all the way back to the 8th spot. And that contact between him and Quisenberry. That allowed Giuliano to get around Quisenberry to the 4th spot. Dylan Gona is directly in front of them. Jeff Converse, who is a lap back, is behind them. About 17 laps remaining. Adam Brady has taken over the top spot. 6/10 in front of Mike Jeans as Dylan Gona moved into 3rd. Somebody right behind Giuliano just disappeared for a second. Might have been Quisenberry. '27 looking to get around the 08. Just gonna get around the 08 there. If he can maintain it, since the 08's on the outside. White jeans sliding around a little there. So Jeans back to the 4th spot as Quisenberry's trying to get around him. Put Giuliano up to the 3rd spot. About 10 laps remaining. So 10 to go here as we're seeing Adam Brady leading the field by 8/10 here. The Andy Bergani, he's lapped down as Gones, Dilly, and Giuliano get around him pretty easily. So your top 5 is Brady, Gones, Giuliano, Jeans, and Quisenberry. With Frost, Dunwoody, and Weaver, your cars all in the lead lap. Converse and Bergani down a lap, and Bergani down 2 laps. 75 looking on the inside of the 08, backs out of the corner there. But is definitely challenging the 08 of Michael Jeans. Giuliano snapped in that car off of turn number 2. We're up to about 5 laps should be showing when we cross the green, when we cross the stripe here. As you see with the 75 and the 08 making contact. And then the 75 takes over the 4th position. The 5 laps to go. Adam Brady leading us at this point. With Dylan Gones trying to catch him. He's about a second back behind him. Gones was about a 10th faster the last lap. And we see Dylan Gones trying to get within striking distance of the 77 with 4 laps to go. Top 3, Brady, Gones, and Giuliano. So 2 laps to go here. As the 27 is trying to make his run under the 77. They're within a car length apart. So if he's going to do it, he's got an opportunity. A couple more turns, and that's all he's got. White flag is out. 77 has it in his front windshield. The 27 is sliding off the corner. The 77 receives the white flag. 1 to go. Sponsored by 1 to Go Studios. The final lap. As the 27 is trying to find a way to get around the 77 to capture the checkered flag. Turn number 3 here is the 77 has a good 3-car length ahead of the 27. Dylan's going to come up short. Looks like the 77 is going to win. Followed by the 27 and the 17 of Giuliano. All right, going to take our results here. Tonight, Grid Finder, find your place on the grid. Final results, Brady, Gones, Giuliano, Quisenberry, Jeans, Frost, Weaver, Dunwoody, down a lap, Converse, and 2 laps, Andy Bergani here for the Richmond Raceway, Richmond, Virginia, Wilder Graphics 167. All right, start pulling some people in. And tell that we're gonna kick it to our sponsor, the Wilder Graphics. Fine. If you're looking for new paint, check them out. Take a ride on the wild side. All right, we're going to pull in our drivers now. Anthony Giuliano, the 17 Sweatless ride, a podium for the Cup Series. That would be you're the presenting sponsor, so a podium is a nice finish for tonight's race, the Wilder Graphics 167.
No doubt, man. That was I know we're spread out there, man, but that's elbows out, white racing all night long right there. Came home third, second time this week, so I'll take it. But three Wilder Graphics cars, actually top 4 all Wilder Graphics cars. So looking sharp up here in Victory Lane, but a lot of fun, man.
All right. Well, you said you got the Sweatless colors out there. So who else do you want to thank for this podium for tonight?
I mean, I got to thank Want to Go Studios. You guys do a great job, man. Again, putting this thing on. Want to thank Grid Finder, Butt Kicker, Sim Speed Shop, obviously Wilder Graphics, Sweatless, everybody that's on board to help sponsor this thing, keep it a free league for everybody to come in and enjoy. So thank our admins, thank my wife Jennifer for again letting me come up here and spend some time with the boys during the week. And I think that's it, man.
All right. And then Giuliano over to Dover next week. And I think you said something about it being your best track or your favorite track, or was this one?
I don't know if it'd be my best one, but it's dang. We'll see what happens.
All right. Anthony Giuliano, we'll catch you next week.
Thanks, buddy.
And before we go, Track Time Entertainment's race recap for the Wilder Graphics 167. Your winner was Adam Brady. 5 cautions, 2 of those were competition for 22 laps. Fastest lap was Adam O'Brien at 775, 21.499. That's your Track Time Entertainment race recap. I'm going to switch over to Lagones. All right, Dilly, getting it done, man. Second place in that Lamb of God 27.
Again.
I said, man, you're channeling your inner Larson.
Yeah.
You got to get about 4 or 5 of those, and then you can get a win.
Well, this is definitely number 5, so it's time.
They got to be in a row. They don't count spread out, you know.
Oh, double
Larson,
dang.
they got to be like all together, and then you get one. And it apparently you got to pull too, though. You got to get like them all together and then pull and then win.
Ah, perfect.
And then it's got to be a really long race too.
No, I was worried after that caution. A caution came out right after I pit, so I went from possibly fighting for P1 to being the lucky dog. So I was like, oh no. And then the second caution came out, I was like up to P6 again or something. And then that restart, I kind of got tapped there, and I thought it was all over after that, but regained the composure, and here we are.
Yeah, there were definitely a lot of bumping and grinding on this track. It's wide, but it's short, but not a lot of cautions because the cars were actually able to keep themselves running straight or not, being off pace with other cars around them. So, we had quite a few cars bouncing off one another. So it was like pinball machines out there. And I heard from Anthony Giuliano that it was really tough racing out there tonight.
Yeah, for sure. And that first caution that I brought out there, like I thought I had a run on Buddy. It went up high. He closed the door up high, so I was like, all right, I'll go low. Then he went low, and Bob's your uncle. He's around.
Yeah.
So yeah, that got me the EOL, dropped me back to the pack, and then yeah, here we are. It's pretty good. I'm getting better at this turn and left stuff.
Turn and left. Yeah, but we got to turn left and right coming up, not too far off.
Oh, we got more dirt, or oh no, another road course.
And got a Glen coming up, yeah.
Oh, double dang. Hell yeah.
Oh, all right, man. Wave to your fans. We got you on camera. Oh, hey, that's Dylan Gomez bringing home second, man. Who do you want to thank before we let you go?
Wilder Graphics, One to Go Studios, of course. Butt Kicker. Sweatless, obviously. Anybody that supports this league. You know, we got a good group of guys here. Good admins. Good broadcaster. Good guys. It's fun.
All
Good.
right. That's Dylan Gomez. We'll get you back. We'll get back with you next week going to Dover.
All right. Have a good one, fellas.
All right. That's Dylan Gomez. Now we get to race winner Adam Brady in the 77 ride. Adam Brady, you're up in the booth with Harold 77. Looks like the pound sign all over that car.
Yeah, because that's how I pounded the field tonight. But in all seriousness, that was a great race. A great way to get my first win. Big shout out to Anthony and everybody over with Wilder Graphics Racing, and all the sponsors, Grid Finder, Butt Kicker, Sim Speed Shop, all the guys, everybody. It was an awesome race. Don't know how it happened. It was not the fastest car, but man, that's awesome.
Yeah, I saw that. I mean, you had the fenders. I think you might have had some contact with the outside retaining wall a little bit, but it wasn't enough to get an incident point from iRacing. But we do have some damage on that race car, but it didn't seem to slow you down any.
Yeah, a couple guys had some damage, so it was really cool to be out there racing with guys that everybody had to really fight to get to wherever they were. It just happened to fall in our lap tonight.
Yeah, definitely. It was a very interesting race all the way around tonight, and like I was telling the other guys, we saw some incidental contact, some guys taking some spins and then getting the cars back going, which didn't bring out any cautions, which usually sucks for the guy that got spun around because he gets it going again and the caution doesn't come out and they're back half a lap or more down. But short track racing here at Richmond, and then we'll be going to Dover, a little bit wider and definitely more banking out there. So I'm not sure how that is with you guys, but I always like that track with the drop-offs into the corners, which is so much fun. You feel like you're falling into the corners to get that high bank track working out there in Dover.
Yeah, well, I still feel like I'm free falling currently because, man, that was awesome. So shout out to everybody that's involved in this league, all the drivers, everybody that makes this happen, even you guys in the booth. It's awesome. So happy to be part of this.
All right, Adam Brady, I believe this is your first checkered flag with the LSRL group, or at least this season, right?
Yep, my first one was LSRL, period. So it's really cool.
All right, first flag for Adam Brady. That puts himself in the winners column, and then we'll get to see him next week at Dover. So we'll see you then.
Yep, thanks, Harold. See you then.
All right, see Adam Brady next week. Be the same time here for Dover and week number 11. So we have a new driver into victory lane. And as the Anthony Giuliano said, these are all Wilder Graphics cars 1 through 4. A pretty good night for the presenting sponsor. And so we'd like to thank all of our sponsors that put this thing together for us. Wilder Graphics, Sim Speed Shop, Tech Time Entertainment, the Butt Kicker, and the Grid Finder. Find your place on the grid. I'm Harold Darner for One to Go Studios. Until next week, we'll see you at the next turn.
What an exciting race brought to you by One to Go Studios. Here they come out of turn 4 to the white flag, and it's 1 to go. Thank you to all our sponsors, drivers, and viewers. We'll see you at the next turn.